Hi, it's Lisa Stalvey from Live in the Vineyard. I am the executive chef for this fantastic venue. Today we are going to be cooking eggs benedict, one of my most famous dishes at my old restaurant Bambu in Malibu. The featured winery today is Broman. Bob Broman is the winemaker of 30 plus years along with his wife Deborah. And the featured artist is KT Tunstall. Fade Like a Shadow is her new hit song, best known for her other hit song, Black Horse. And she will be playing at Live in the Vineyard in November. So hopefully you will go to the website and enter the contest in the beginning of October. Stay tuned for all of that. Okay, so I have already made the bacon for the eggs benedict because the fire alarm just loves bacon fat, as I love bacon fat. So we are going to cut some bread, and I don't like wasting anything, so I reserve the bacon fat. And the bread has got to be somewhat stale in order for it to absorb fat, whether you use the bacon fat or not, into the bread. You know, that's just one of those things in the trade that you just learn to do. Now I'm going to be cutting up a shallot for the sauce, the hollandaise, but I don't do a typical hollandaise. By the way, you cut the shallot like that, you sort of score it, and to get the perfect little tiny dice, you cut that shallot back in half, and then you dice like this. Look at that. You get a perfect minced shallot. One of the first things I ever learned in the kitchen. It's a very handy tool. Good knowledge to have. Okay, since we're not going to make a whole bunch of this sauce, but if you're going to be making 7 or 8 eggs benedict, which would be very ambitious for people because it's, you know, not easy to do this, you're going to put a little bit of butter in there, not oil, because butter manages to infuse with cream a little bit better, although it's very delicate because it will separate if you make it too hot or cold. Now I got the water boiling for the eggs, and the secret to coagulation of the perfect poached egg is vinegar, usually white vinegar, but I'm going to add about roughly a tablespoon of seasoned rice vinegar because I love that, just a tad bit of sweet. And you don't keep the water boiling, you make it like simmering. It's like a little simmer, you know, so that you have this perfect little thing. Okay, now I'm going to turn the thing. Yeah, this dish, man, I mean, every Mother's Day and Father's Day at Bambu, we would, droves, 2 cases of eggs, easy. Okay, now we're going to be using the Broman Sauvignon Blanc. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's an important feature. I forgot. You know why? Because I love my eggs benedict. But while we're doing that, sipping, I'm going to be doing the deglazing. So I'm making a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc. Now I'm going to sip. That's going to reduce. Chocolate, cherry, blackberry, raspberry. You tell me. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to turn off. You don't want this bread too hard because you want to be able to pick the toast up. That's right, that's what I said. And I got the back burner starting again. And I'm going to add just a teeny bit of butter to that. Let's face it, eggs benedict, okay? My hollandaise is not made traditionally. I use the shallots, yes, and the white wine, yes, and a half a lemon. Make sure you put your hand over the squeezing, under the squeezing, so that you don't get the seeds in the sauce, unless you are, you know, into lemon seeds. Okay, now we're going to be sauteing the spinach, and I'm going to add a little bit of water. Efficiency is the key here. No wasted moves when you're making this. This is all about timing. All about timing. So since we want this reduction to be a little less wet. So I'm going to be reducing that a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about Live in the Ballpark, a whole new entity in addition to Live in the Vineyard. It's going to be in Austin, Texas. Whole nother ball game altogether. Very excited. KitchenAid's going to be supporting us with 3 kitchens. I'm one of the chefs, maybe. And but it's Cole's Chop House. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be just spectacular. I'm loving this whole concept very much. Okay, now I'm going to take the eggs. Water's boiling a bit too much. Okay, wait. Now, see, this is a whole. You see what I'm doing? Looking at this, making sure that's right. That's finished, so I turn the fire off. Now I'm going to add some cream. The portions will be on the website, and we'll let that reduce. Okay, now I'm going to crack the eggs into the pan carefully because you don't want the yolk to break. You can use brown or white eggs, whatever. Some people like to use extra large eggs because they're so, this dish is so incredible for me. Anyway, the way to enter, to go to Live in the Vineyard, is to simply go to the website. That's all you got to do, and enter. That's all. And then you get to see these fantastic artists. A lot of them I haven't even heard of. I never heard of KT Tunstall, and I just heard her for the first time today. And you know, there's a lot of really fantastic artists coming out this world, I have to tell you. And we're going to put a little bit of bacon right there. Actually, not a little bit, one piece of bacon. And now we're going to take a look at this. We're going to get a slotted spoon. Make sure that the egg is not sticking to the bottom of this pan. And it's always a good idea to use all stainless steel when you're doing this, because if you use aluminum, which by the way, never use aluminum. You don't want that in your body. Okay, now I'm going to take my KitchenAid whisk and whisk in 1 stick of butter. Now the typical hollandaise has clarified butter, and you whisk it and whisk it and whisk it. Oh, who has time? And this is a lighter version of it. So when you have it on full flame, I'm adding all the butter because I know what I'm doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, turn the fire down a little bit lower and add 1 piece of butter at a time until it's almost melted. And whisk. Just keep beating it in, because if you let it sit there, the butter will just melt and separate. And you don't want that, because then all of a sudden the dish looks like crap. Okay, now we're going to take poached egg. I'm going to put it on top of the spinach. You know, make it look fun. And I like mine really wet, because that's the whole idea about eggs benedict. Okay, let me put that on top of there. And then we're going to put this on the flame. We're going to taste it. Oh yeah, Daddy, that's what I'm talking about. Nice and tart. It has that creamy flavor to it. Okay, now here comes the real deal. The taste test. Broman. They only make 3 wines: Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Sauvignon Blanc. They're very focused. For good reason. Okay, here it comes. Bite. See how soft that bread is? Okay, now we're going to take... Oh, I can't wait. You can actually pick it up like this. Bobby, you know what this tastes like. Bon appetit.